Hello everyone, welcome to Land Reality Consult, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fuseni Wasalifu. I am the Executive Secretary of Land Reality Consult. Land Reality Consult is a consulting firm that is dedicated in helping individuals to acquire their properties. When I say properties, I'm talking with respect to landed properties. So today I'm having this very important topic to discuss with everyone, and that is the processes of acquiring land in Ghana. In other way, you don't need to acquire land in Ghana unless you follow these processes. If you don't, you might do it at your own risk. So let me take you through a step-by-step processes of acquiring land in Ghana. If anyone who has ever acquired land in Ghana can't kindly comment below by giving me the processes or the steps that he has taken to acquire such lands. So let's get started. Before you try to acquire land in Ghana, you need to first of all familiarize yourself with the different types of lands that are available for acquisition. Ghana operates a plural land administration system. That is some that is regulated by the state and the customary domain or area. So, um, customary lands uh, dominate the total landscape of the country, accounting for about 80% of all lands in the country, and the remaining are in the hands of the state. So, if you want to acquire land in Ghana, definitely you will come across individual lands, state lands, we have customary, that is stool and skin lands, and then the family lands. So you will be familiar with these categories of lands in Ghana. So when we say family lands are lands that are in the hands of a particular family. And with this, those lands are spearheaded by the head of the family, which in Twi language known as Abusiakanyini. So such lands are held by this head of the family together with the principal elders of such families. So they are custodians of such lands. We also have state lands. State lands are lands that are acquired by the state either through the power of eminent domain or um, or any other power. But I think power of eminent domain is the most widely used power by the government to acquire such lands. And with this, compensation is usually paid for the acquisition of such lands. And then we have individual lands that are acquired by individuals for their private uses. So, with respect to time, such people might sell those lands to other people. So, and we have vested lands too, which are gearing towards the state lands, since the government holds or holds the legal interest while the beneficiary interest is in the hands of the beneficiaries. And this usually emerge when there are conflicts within the specific areas. So the government come to see such lands, administer such lands, and then the proceeds are usually given to the affected beneficiaries. So now we know the landscape of our country, that is Ghana. So now let's go straight to the processes of acquiring such lands in the country. So when we talk about the processes, first of all, you have to conduct due diligence. You need to conduct due diligence when you want to acquire land in Ghana. So when we talk about due diligence, we are trying to do more extra work or extra research respect to such lands to ensure that the land that you are buying it from the right owner. So first is that you have to conduct due diligence. And under conducting due diligence, you need to first of all verify the identity of the landowner. So if you want to buy land, first of all, you have to verify the identity of the landowner. What is his name? Where does he stay? And so on. And in verifying the identity of the landowners, you can take in possession of the national identification number of such person. And that then ID can be a voter ID card, a Senate insurance card, a Ghana card, driver license, and so on. When you have a photocopy of one of these cards, in case of any fraud or any other issue, you can report the person to the state agencies like police and so on. So verification of the identity of the person that you want to buy the land from is very, very important. Having verified the identity of the landowners or the landowner, the second aspect will be you need to verify the capacity of the landowner. And when I say you verify the capacity of the landowner, I'm talking about you have to ascertain whether the landowner has the ability or he has the capacity to transact on that specific piece of land. You see, in law, if you do not have something, you cannot give it out. So you have to make sure that the land belongs to that person and he has the ability or the capacity to transact on that particular land. So that is the first point when you want to acquire land in Ghana or any other place. That is, one, you need to conduct due diligence. And under the due diligence, you need to verify the identity of the landowner. And secondly, you need to verify the capacity of the landowner to deal with such lands. So having conducted your due diligence, the second most important aspect you need to do is what? Obtain a site plan from the vendor. Site plan is a survey work and it is a geographical representation of the location of that piece of land, meaning that they have picked the coordinates of the parcel and they prepared a document in a form of a diagram that depicts the exact location of the land. So site plan is a very, very important aspect of land acquisition. If you don't have site plan, then where is the location of the land? You cannot locate the exact uh, area or place in which the land is situated. So mostly, um, I advise my clients to go to the site with the land, maybe the vendor, and then pick the coordinates with your surveyor, and then he will prepare the site plan for you. Maybe a preliminary site plan for a specific purpose. So why I'm saying that I advise people to go to the site themselves to pick the coordinates and prepare the site plan is that sometimes someone can give you a different site plan that do not necessarily relate to the land that you want to acquire. And site plan is something technical in nature. And when it is given to you like that, it will be difficult for you to ascertain whether that site plan really relates to the land that you intend to acquire. So to avoid this, you need to go to the site and take the coordinates. But if you are technically gifted, you can easily look at the grid values of the land and you can perform some geospatial analysis by georeferencing the site plan and then overlaying it on the satellite imagery. Exactly, it will go to the area in which the site plan was built. So, for example, if the person you want to buy the land in Oyebi, in Accra, and the site plan that was given to you is in Tumu, in the Upper West region of the Republic of Ghana. Definitely, when you do the georeferencing, display the satellite imagery, and so on, it will directly go to lie at 2. So that is one interesting thing about geographic information system. But if you don't have the technical know-how to deal with this kind of issue, you can go to the site with your surveyor to pick the points and prepare the site plan for you. So as I indicated, the second major step in the acquisition process is that you need to obtain the site plan from the vendor or you prepare your own site plan. Then after you get your site plan, what you need to do is that you need to conduct a search. When we say search, official search, you are instructing or you are appealing to the Lands Commission of the Republic of Ghana to show you the records that relates to the particular site you want to acquire. The particular records that relates to the particular site that you want to really acquire. So with this, you have to write a letter to the regional land surveyor and then attach your site plan. The site plan should be visible, the grid should be visible, should have appropriate scale like 1 is to 2,500 and should have all the necessary features to carry out the search. And when you want to conduct a search, especially if it is Accra, you need to lodge it with the Land Title Registration Division that deals with registration of all titles in Ghana. And you can also lodge one with the Public Universal Land Management Division that is responsible for carrying out management of all state and public lands in Ghana. So just a minute. Um, trying to make so so that is it. So we need to conduct this search with these divisions within the Lands Commission. The Public and Vessel Land Management Division will give you information concerning whether that land is a state land or not. And then Land Title Registration Division will give you information concerning whether there has been a certificate issued with respect to that land. And thirdly, Survey and Mapping Division will give you information concerning whether that land has been plotted or there's a plotted activity with respect to that land. So that is it. So when you get information from all these divisions within the Lands Commission, then it will give you an informed decision as to whether to continue with acquisition or not. So so after you conducted your searches and so on, you need to also conduct another search with the Land Use and Special Planning Authority (LUSPA) that will give information with respect to the land as to whether that land conforms to certain planning requirements or zoning regulations, whether that land is not earmarked for a park, maybe whether there has not been public road that runs through the land, and so on. So you need information from town and country planning with respect to such. So when you are satisfied with the search that has been conducted, what you need to do is that you need to conduct site inspection, meaning that you have to go to the site yourself to ascertain how the land is, the topography of the land, ask neighbors concerning who owns that particular land. People will tell you a lot of information, try to ascertain whether there are no other liabilities that are associated with such land. So when you conduct all these things and you are satisfied with the result, then you move ahead to draft a purchase agreement. A purchase agreement is more or less like a contract that obliges a seller to sell his property and a buyer to buy that property. So after that contract purchase agreement has been drafted and signed, then you have to go to the negotiation stage. So now You have to negotiate to have the right amount to pay. So you have to really negotiate at arm's length so that both parties will not be disadvantaged. You need to really conduct this kind of negotiations very well. After the negotiation has been completed, you need to draft a deed of transfer. A deed of transfer is a document that conveys an interest from one person to another person. So you need to conduct that or draft that deed of transfer. And when you are drafting this kind of document, it needs to meet certain requirements, such as you need to have the parties transacting their names boldly written, their addresses, term duration, what is the number of years that is left on that property, ground rent. We have clauses that will be put in that document that will prevent the landlord or the seller or the buyer from doing certain acts. So you need to also have the site plan that depicts the exact location of the land. Then when you have the site plan, you need to also have the signatures and then the addresses of the parties and their witnesses. And there should be a place also for the oath of proof. So after the deed of transfer has been executed, you need to now send a document to the court for the oath of proof. Oath of proof gives legal backing to the document. So you send it to the court and then they will stamp and then sign the document. That gives the legal backing to it. So you can also proceed if you want to register it to conduct stamp duty where you submit the document to the Lands Commission and they will carry out valuation of the land and then appropriate fee will be sent to you for the payment. When you pay finish, then a stamp of that value will be placed or will be stamped on the document. Then after that, they can move straight to the registration of the land. So basically, these are the various processes and procedures of acquiring land in Ghana. Um, you see, these things are not just hardcore things that you need to pass through when you want to acquire land. They are more or less there to facilitate the acquisition of land and to prevent um, dubious ways during the acquisition process. So, if you've enjoyed this topic, kindly subscribe to my channel and then we'll talk another time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.